I was right about that. How did he get down the
They hit him with
Shady
Sandy
Grove?
Hook.
Yeah, but I know they hit him with
Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove. That was how he got to start. That was totally
Yeah, he
legit.
went there. Yep.
Yeah, that was totally legit.
Pretty much. We're running, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. You're gonna
just
cut
talking
that part
about
out.
how Ian agrees with Alex Jones on most
I'm just
everything.
saying that the first... Fuck, you're not
just
gonna cut
saying
that out,
that he was correct.
No, I was just saying that the first... Did you bait me into that?
Honestly, the opportunity arose. It's not like I was premeditating it. But, yeah. Have you seen A Scanner Darkly?
A Scanner Darkly?
Yeah.
Is it a song or a movie
it's
or
It's
person?
a movie.
Okay.
It's like animated. It's rotoscoped. It's got like all these AAA... It's got Keanu Reeves and Robert Downey Jr.
Rotoscoped?
Yeah, so they like draw over frames from the actual filming.
I've seen that.
You have seen it?
No, I've seen filmmaking like that, and I don't want to watch anything else that's been
It's
done
pretty.
like that.
It's pretty good.
Wasn't there like a Hobbit movie that was done like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ralph Bakshi, I think.
Wow, that's amazing. That
Ralph Bakshi is a good animator. Have you seen Wizards?
No.
Oh man, you'd like Wizards. Anyway, Alex Jones is in that movie. He's in that movie for a scene.
Really?
Yeah, he's just spitting truth, and then he gets arrested.
Wow.
And, like,
it all
taken away.
It all comes back. It all comes full circle. Hey, I got a joke for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So look, an engineer and a scientist, they walk into a bar, you know, and the engineer, he goes up and he gets a beer. Comes, sits down. The scientist goes, well, I thought of that first.
Nice.
Did I do a good job?
That was a great joke.
Why did you laugh at that?
Because I thought it was funny.
It was your joke. You just told it to me.
I know, but you had good delivery.
Did I say
it was
right?
a very decent joke. You put it together well. Yeah, I'd say so.
All right, that's.
Would you like to hear my joke?
Yeah, I want to hear.
I mean,
your
we
joke.
might as well.
I didn't write this one. He wrote.
Get into it. Yeah, this one Ian didn't write this joke.
No, I didn't.
That we're about to say.
Yeah.
Jury's out on the first one, but this is a story. It's another story. I don't know. I'm in my Baroque story joke.
Is
era.
it really long again?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
As a matter of fact, it is. We gotta kill time somehow.
Yeah.
We don't have very many good ideas.
We need a half-an-hour joke. Hit.
All right. So this is a story about a couple and one vile interloper. But we'll start with the couple. The couple's named Jick and Jow.
Jick and Jowl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, respective siblings of the famous power couple, Jack and Jill. Always going up the hill to fetch water, that Jack and Jill, aren't they? Always breaking their crown, too. One day, Jick came up to Jack, and he said, Jack, my brother-in-law, why do you keep going up the hill? You keep breaking your crown. Jack says, well, Jick, my brother-in-law, if I'm going to be honest, because there was a well right next to their house where they lived. So Jick was confused as to why he wasn't just going to the shed in the yard to fill his pails of water. Why he's got to keep going over to the hill. Jack says, well, Jick, I'm going to be honest. I don't like to go to the shed well with Jill, your sister, because it's within the sight line of the windows in the house, and I'm worried that you might see me fucking your sister. So Jill and I, we head up to the hill. And, you know, I break my crown every once in a while, but it's not too bad. I get to fuck your sister without you seeing. This got Jick thinking. Because, as luck would have it, as I guess chance would have it, Jick was dating Jack's sister, Jow. And he got to thinking, he said, you know what, the last couple times I've had sex with Jow, well, it's been within eyesight of Jack. So he thought, we could use a little bit of privacy, I think. So one morning, Jick went to his beloved Jow and said, hey, Jow, how about we go up the hill to fetch a pail of water? And Jow immediately put the pieces together. Well, she'd been hearing about this already. About what you do. The reason you go to the hill. And she said, you know what? That sounds like a great idea. And so they set off. And now, to get to the hill, out of the shed area where they live, this little villa, I guess. There's a couple buildings. Very modest. There was a straight shot path. But Zhao was like, we should take the scenic route through the dark forest. Now, Jick thought that this was a fucking stupid idea, but he didn't want to ruin the mood. So he said, all right. So they took off. Jick a little bit precociously, but, you know, you don't want to ruin the mood if you're going to go, you don't want to ruin the mood. So he went and they ended up in the dark forest, and Jick knew that in the dark forest, unsavory creatures are abound. And the way to deal with them, the way to prevent them from encroaching on your walk through the dark forest, what you do is you sing. You started to sing, and pretty soon after, Zhao said, "Can you stop? That's annoying." She started yapping about her day. Now, this caused Jick a little bit of anxiety because, he didn't want any fairies or gnomes or, heaven forbid, goblins coming in, messing with their walk, their sort of date, I guess. Pre-fornication. But also, he didn't really want to sour the mood, did he? So, he clenched his fist and they went on. Well, what do you know? On the path, they saw a big tree ahead, a quarter mile up the path. And this tree was odd, different from the other trees. It was a lot bigger. It had drooping branches like a willow. But every other time they looked at the branches, they seemed to be in a different place. It seemed as though they were moving when they weren't looking. Very weird. But Jick didn't want to say anything because, of course, he didn't want to ruin the mood. You know how guys get. I get like this too sometimes, myself. So they ended up walking right under this tree. And what do you know? Branches slam down on all sides of them and create a large circular cage around them. And Jick grabbed his lady's hand and looked around for a way out. He saw a small, shadowy figure dancing around the branches up above them. And eventually, this horrid, ugly, disgusting goblin creature flipped down from the branches. Oh, wait.
I am Gruckgunkle. You've come to the trickery tree. Answer me these questions 3, else I'll murder thee.
Now, Jick and Zhao were terrified. They saw this disgusting, ugly creature foaming at the mouth. Said he might kill it. Well, they had no other recourse. Jick, he left his weapon at home. Usually he carries a large knife on his belt, but of course he didn't bring it because he didn't want it to come up in the conversation, because he didn't want to ruin the mood. Just so it goes, they encountered this goblin named Gruckgunkle. Now, Gruckgunkle said,
For my first question, how did you two meet?
Taken a little back, Jick said, funny enough, we actually met under a tree. Gruckgunkle said,
Excellent. For my second question, how did you two get together?
Zhao answered this one. She said, well, honestly, he cornered me against the tree, and I thought it was a little bit charming. Wouldn't say no for an answer. I turned him away at first, but he kept coming at me, and well, he's a charming guy. And we've been together ever since. Gruckgunkle said,
Interesting. For my third question, how do you two keep the spark alive in your relationship?
Jick answered this. He said, well, to be honest with you, Gruckgunkle, we have nasty, rough sex often enough that we keep finding new things. And it just keeps getting nastier and rougher. Gruckgunkle said, And he seemed to be lost in thought for a moment. And all of a sudden, he got very downtrodden. You could see it on his... The fear and disgust turned into sort of loathsome pity in the eyes of our human protagonists. And Gruckgunkle, he finally turned his head up with a green, milky tear in his eye. He said,
I have one more question. How can one carry on when one knows that he will be alone forever?
At the sight of this, Jick, he wanted to take advantage of the loathsome creature and just get the job done and get going. But Jow tugged on his arm and gave him some puppy dog eyes, and Jick said, well, hey, man, you're not... Look, the thing is, you gotta have confidence. You've heard our story. It's only a matter of time before something like that happens with you. And at this, Gruckgunkle, his spirit was bolstered. He got a sort of emotional second wind, and he said,
I think you're right. Could I ask a favor of you? I'll let you go on in a moment, but could you stay here a moment? And, well, when the next woman comes around, you act as my witness, as a coach of sorts.
Well, Jick didn't really particularly want to do this, but Jow was, well, rapt by the emotion of the scene, and of course Jick didn't want to soil the mood because he said, all right, well, okay, we'll stand by and we'll give you some pointers. We'll tell you what you did right or wrong. Gruckgunkle said,
Excellent. Well, here, I'll make the trickery tree give you a shrub, and you can hide behind this shrub, and we'll wait until a woman crosses my path.
And so, funnily enough, it only took them about 20 minutes before the most beautiful woman came trotting down the path, and she was singing a song. And now I can't even it's hard to use descriptive language to get across how beautiful this song was that she was singing. I can only say that I can use poetics. I can say that her voice made it seem like heaven was really here on earth. I guess I can put it like that. So she came under the trickery tree, and all of a sudden the song turned into a short, terrified shriek as the cage went around her, and Gruckgunkle came flipping down the branches. The look of fear was palpable on her eyes as Gruckgunkle came down and said,
I am Gruckgunkle. You've come to the trickery tree. Now I will court thee.
Now, immediately he cornered her in the circle. He made the trickery tree forge a path that the only way out was through him, essentially, and she was cornered. Then he took off his pants, and let me tell you, this penis, again, words fail at describing. Descriptive language fails at getting across how disgusting this penis was. I can only say that the most cancerously faced warthog in the world couldn't hold a candle to how disgusting this penis was. As he got closer to this woman as well, he began to drool, a white, greenish, milky drool. And what's even worse, and I hate to even say this, but he wiped some drool from his mouth and he began to lubricate his penis, his disgusting penis, with this gelatinous, milky drool. And all at once, the woman knew what was about to happen. And I mean, good God, I won't even describe the next 10 minutes. But suffice to say, it was heartbreaking, disturbing, brutal, dismal, dismaying, just awful. And then we'll cut to the chase. The woman drew her last breath after 10 minutes of sheer brutality, monstrous brutality. And in this breath was all of the soiled potential, soiled womanhood, all of the hopes and dreams of this once beautiful woman, dashed by this disgusting cretin. And well, once he was finished, the branch cage came up and the trickery tree went to rest, and the Jick and Jowl's shrub that they were hiding behind dissipated. Jick comes up, he says, "What the hell did you just do?" Gruckgunkle said, "I courted her, just as you said. I met her under a tree, I cornered her, and I didn't take no for an answer." Well, Jick and Jowl, they had no words. They had no words at all. Luckily, they were able to escape because Gruckgunkle had promised them safe passage out of the trickery tree. And of course, a goblin's word is binding, as we all know. But they came to the hill. They fetched a pail of water. And you know what Jick said? I'm not really in the mood today.
Jesus Christ. Good God.
That was Jick and Jowl.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so how's it going, man? You been working?
Yeah, I've been working, dude. Holy shit. Give me a minute. That was a horrible story. I feel sad.
Yeah, it
joke.
It doesn't end very well for them.
Great Jesus.
Yeah.
Man.
Terrible.
All right. Well, yeah, I've been working. I was working today. Building a deck with my buddy, and tomorrow I'm going to be going to work with my buddy, the same buddy, and we're going to build some other stuff. We're going to keep building stuff until nothing else is out there to be built. And guess what, brother?
Just the two of you?
Not going to happen. No, there's other people too. Not today, but tomorrow, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, not today. Just me and him building.
How big does a crew usually get? At least for what you're doing.
For what I'm doing? Depends on what I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
If I'm building it.
How wide is your area of specialization? You're not pouring concrete, are you?
I mean, see, that's the thing. It's like there's such a wide. For every single trade, there's such like a. There's a base level knowledge, and then like a wider, not like an apprentice level knowledge, and
yeah,
a journeyman level knowledge, and it just keeps going and going. And so, like, I could do a roof, but I probably couldn't do a good job with a hip valley, right? I wouldn't cut.
What's a hip valley?
Okay, so like you have two.
We got to get into this.
You have like two different roofs that are like, they come into each other on like an inside corner of a roof.
Oh.
And there's that valley where all the water's going to collect at.
Okay.
And you want to put flashing there. That's the way you're supposed to do it.
What's flashing?
Flashing is a piece of metal.
Okay.
That you buy at Home Depot.
Sick. Nice.
Yeah. But I can do that a little bit. I could pour like a little slab for like a staircase, but I couldn't pour like a foundation for a house. I would do that wrong. So it's like, I know lots of little things, lots of little handyman stuff, but
How often are you at Home Depot?
all the fucking time, dude.
Yeah, daily.
Sometimes daily. If
Nice.
I'm doing a little project
That's sick.
like by myself, if I'm like siding a house by myself or building a little deck or whatever, like I'm pretty much at Home Depot every morning.
Nice.
Getting like, oh, I need a few more screws, or I'm gonna need this today, or I need to buy this tool, or I need to do this or that, or every fucking day I'm in there. They start to recognize you.
Hell yeah.
It's terrible. I hate it.
Yeah, I don't really like. Well, okay, corner store. I can take a corner store recognizing me. That's kind of nice. I got a corner store just down the road from where I live, and yeah, I have a good rapport with them. And they're like they're rotating characters. It's fun, but I don't know. Yeah, at like a chain store, it's a little different because it's like, I don't know, someone like 3-4 years younger than you.
Yeah,
and they're.
usually.
Yeah, I don't know. You have to like be kind of cool. I don't know. That's what I feel.
Do you feel like you have to be cool around young people?
I do.
Really?
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of do, which is hilarious. It's really funny.
Yeah, I get that. I understand what you mean a little bit.
It's like an impulse. I don't know. It's like a thing you have to just get over.
I think that the feeling of them thinking that you're lame would hurt.
But like not actually. Like a couple 17-year-olds.
Well, it depends on
like what
why
are they gonna call you Unk?
That doesn't matter. Well, like if they're like, okay, like the other day, like there was this kid, he was like throwing rocks, and we were like, don't throw rocks. If
Nice.
that kid thinks that I'm lame for telling him that, then I don't care. Like, you should not throw rocks, right? But if I'm just like existing and you're like, man, your shoes are stupid, then I'm gonna feel bad. I'm gonna be like, damn, they think my shoes are stupid. No, not really. I wouldn't care about that.
I'm confident in my shoes is the thing,
Yeah, I
but
don't
I'm
really
still
care
worried
about
about them saying.
I'm wearing
that.
slippies right now, dude. I got the fuzzy slippies on because that's.
I respect that. That
I
was
ran
my.
out of the house. I was already late, and I was like, "Fuck it, dude.
Right on.
These are my
Right
shoes.
on.
I don't care."
Yeah, because we keep to a very tight timetable.
Well, this was supposed to happen on Saturday, and then I just forgot. I just
True.
was like doing dishes.
True.
Right, I like ate and I was doing
Sick.
dishes, and then you texted
You're just
me.
hand doing dishes. Do you have a washer?
I don't have a machine, so I've got.
Right on.
I've got to do dishes.
You're just
pretty
all
much
your
every
own
day.
dishes, though.
Yeah, it's just me.
Nice.
And that.
That rules.
Yeah.
Doing
I'm gonna run out
dishes?
of money, dude. That's
Doing
crazy.
your own dishes.
It's pretty nice.
Just your dishes. That's man.
Because if there's anybody else's dishes in there, it immediately makes
It's like,
me
oh
wanna do
fuck this.
None of them.
Fuck this.
None of them. 3 forks. That's not yours.
Honestly,
I'm like, fuck that, dude, I'm
this
not
guy's a
doing that
complete
shit.
fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't fucking soak them. You're supposed to soak them. It makes it difficult.
I never soak anything. Like I'm always pissed
I'm
if they don't do
always-
specific things. And
I'm
it's like, I never
always
do
getting
that.
on my lady's case about soaking shit.
You soak with your lady? That's cool.
I
like
soak. Yeah, we soak. We got that from Mormons.
That. Thank you, Mormons. Shout out Mormons.
I get a little bored. Shout out Mormons. Mitt Romney.
He was a Mormon?
Yeah,
Get the
most
fuck outta here,
famous
really?
Mormon, I think. is Mitt
No
Romney.
wonder he didn't win.
Can't think of
Thank
any
God.
other famous
Can you imagine?
Mormons.
Joseph Smith.
That I mean, he
I
probably
don't
would have
know.
just been like a regular Republican.
Yeah, I don't think the Mormonism thing. If you're running for president, you're probably not really that Mormon anymore.
Yeah, no, you're definitely you have to convert to Satanism.
Yeah, that's how you do that. Go to the Garden Grove. What is it?
Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove. with
As
Alex
you
Jones.
were saying.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing Alex Jones was right about. So I don't
Really?
want to. Yeah, I'd say if anyone should be
But
sued
but
for
that
$1 billion,
kinda-
$1 billion, it
When-
should be Alex Jones.
Really, you can't think of anyone better to sue for $1 billion.
I mean, I guess. See, like, okay, you
What
could
about the
say
people
like a
doing
Saudi
war?
prince. You could be like, okay, one of the Saudi princes that's like
Mhm.
that's responsible for all the atrocities. And
How do you even sue them? Though?
But it's like they wouldn't even care. They'd be like, fine, take it out the.
I guess you just do a war on
rainy
them.
day fund. They just like they have so much money. They have more money than
True.
what's even recorded. Like you don't even know. Or like Putin. You could be like, the Ukrainian war is so bad. Let's sue Putin. And even if you got it, $1 billion.
I mean, on the
nothing.
level of geopolitics, it gets a little hotter than suing. It's more like
Yeah, you just send. You spend
you just-
billions of dollars to go over there and fucking bomb them. I
bomb
guess.
them. You don't even have to go.
What did the Iranians do?
Well, it's an issue that they're there.
Did they exist?
Yeah, it's
That
an
they're-
issue. It's an issue for Israel that they're there,
And we support Israel. Not me and you, but like the United States
well,
government
I mean,
supports
you pay
Israel.
taxes, don't you?
Okay, but I can't choose to not pay taxes. They'll put me in jail.
This is true.
So that's my choices are to My choices are to go to jail or support Israel.
Basically, yeah, go to jail or
Huh.
support Israel.
Huh.
Wait, no, it's catchier if you say support Israel or go to jail. That could be the title
of the episode.
Yeah, it'd be a decent title.
I'm not. Look, I don't want to make any assumptions about stuff, or I don't want anyone to think that I. See, this is where it gets tough. This is why it's complicated.
Is it?
I'm starting to figure it out. Dude, when I was a kid and people were like, yeah, the Israel-Palestine conflict is very complicated. I was like, I believe you, and I don't want to know anything about it. And then I'd go back to playing video games. And like now I'm starting to get it.
Is it just complicated because we're Americans and
you want to be like, you want to say fuck Israel, but you also want to say, but like not all Jewish people. Like,
okay, sure.
On. That's
not
what we're
all
talking
Jewish
about.
people.
Yeah.
But they do have their own country. And it is kind of, it's a bit of a buzzsaw at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's
pretty bad.
Yeah. Guys, come on, cut it out.
I wish that would work. I wish.
Can we just do a global sanction? Just, come on, man, be cool. Is that what the Geneva Conventions are? Just like,
guys.
Dude, chill.
A bunch of guys got together. They said,
Don't-
come on, guys. What?
Don't melt people's skin.
Jesus
Come on.
Christ.
We'll just less gas and less skin melting.
Come on, guys. Jesus.
I played I don't know why this is coming up. I guess just because of World War One. I remember playing a horror indie game where you're a World War One soldier in a trench, and there's dinosaurs, jump scares. Just dinosaurs come out of nowhere. Like you're walking down a trench and all of a sudden you see a T-Rex.
You know what that is? You know what you'd call that?
What would I call that?
A hat on a hat.
A hat on a hat?
Yeah, that's what you'd call that. It's two different things
Uh-huh.
that are both like character traits. The character traits of the game, you would say.
Mhm.
And it's like a hat on a hat. So if you're in World War One, it's a period piece.
Mhm.
That's your first hat. And then you have dinosaurs
And then you
in,
have
and then you
dinosaurs.
destroy it. You can
Yeah.
either do dinosaurs in Dinosaur Land or you can do World War One, but you can't do both or it becomes ridiculous.
Can you not apply dinosaurs to any setting? Future? Like
No.
Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon?
Well,
Kinda
okay,
sick
but
sci-fi
that has
dinosaurs.
its like totally its own thing, but it's not about the dinosaurs.
True.
It's not just like
True. It has them.
And also the dinosaurs aren't really like dinosaurs. They're like
Mhm.
kind of like just creatures with technology.
So are
which
you
matches the theme of
discounting
the
like
thing.
the Godzilla extended universe then? Like Mecha Godzilla kind of deal?
It starts to get a little ridiculous. You kind of start to turn off your brain when you hear that shit, you know?
you don't get locked in when you start talking about Mecha Godzilla and Mothra. I don't know if there's any variants for Mothra. It sounds like your brain is getting a little turned off. What's your dream car?
My brain is not getting turned off. Your face is getting turned off. No.
Well, you just seem to you're getting a little less lively with the energy's going down.
Well, sometimes I
the
feel
more I
like I
talk
want to
about
like listen to
Godzilla.
what you're saying. I don't want to just like talk all the time.
I
could
don't.
talk a mile
I'm
a
gonna be
minute
honest.
forever.
I don't really have much to say about Godzilla.
I hate the whole thing. You could talk
You don't.
about.
You don't
that.
like Godzilla at all?
I don't like Godzilla. I don't like Star Wars. I don't
Okay.
like
Star Wars sucks.
Marvel. I don't like.
I watched A New
I
Hope
didn't
a
watch
while
any Game
ago.
of Thrones. I don't like any of that crap. I
You're.
don't know why. I
You
don't
just
know
like.
even how I would, because like Game of Thrones is kind of outside of the rest of the crap that I just said.
No, it's in the same
But
bubble.
it feels a little bit in the
It's
same.
the guy who has a stormtrooper decal on his Jeep Wrangler,
Yeah.
and he knows about Game of Thrones, and he sees all the Marvel movies, and
Yes.
he's got a lot of Legos, and he's 40.
And it's just like
No shade.
I don't
but,
know.
I
It's
mean,
like it just feels like it's all designed to sell me crap.
it's yeah.
In some way, in a way
course,
that's
man.
so disconnected now from just directly selling crap that it's
Mhm.
like you can't even really see it. Like the movies are almost like a promotion of the actors, and then the actors have brand deals, and that's how they make money for the industry.
Yes.
So that's like the whole.
That's
the whole thing. And the
Yeah, it's
market tie-ins
yeah.
with the Marvel movies is how the Marvel movies make money, really,
Mhm.
because nobody goes to the theaters anymore.
Well, they make money by just existing within you. It's like a virus. And then if in your daily experience, it's just like you're thinking fucking Marvel all the time. You're like, you're going through your day, you're buzzing around thinking about T'Challa from Black Panther. It's
yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, hey man, I'm multifaceted. Listen, I love Marvel movies. I don't like Marvel movies, but I do think about them more than I should.
I've heard that they're well made, and they probably are.
They're
well-made,
very expensive.
and they're very expensive. And I think that anything that is that expensive has a lot of. There's supposed to be a lot of money going back into it. They're not just going to spend that money to spend the money. They want to spend the money to make the money back.
It's a surefire thing.
And so, like, think of all the plushies and the Funko Pops and the keychains.
Hit them.
Just the garbage that just get mass-produced by people in other countries for dirt wages. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't know. It just becomes depressing. I don't want to watch that crap.
I'm going to be honest. I don't care about the third worlders.
Well, they do a job, I mean...
It's a matter of, like, your own liberty of mind. Like, if you're thinking about Marvel movies all day, if you're thinking about Game of Thrones memes all day, you're like a slave to those brands.
See, I disagree with that.
You don't think that that's true?
I disagree, because I think you can observe those things in different ways. I think you could be a connoisseur of Marvel movies and like
certainly, but
take in those things, and you could be thinking about it all the time, but you could be thinking about it in a critical, analytical way, and you're like pulling them apart and thinking about them like a filmmaker. Like that's cool. That's fine.
That's true. I'm not necessarily talking about critics. I mean,
but if there's like if you're like I like Iron Man, I like watching Iron Man movies. Because I like Iron Man. I'm going to buy my Iron Man things.
You've been sucked.
Blankets. Yeah, you've sucked into
You've just been sucked. And you got to be careful of that.
What do you think that kind of brain would be doing if it was like survival time? Like you're in survival times, you're with your spear, and you're out in the woods. What is that guy doing? Is he just picking berries all day? He's just complaining about stuff?
They'd be like, this is horrible. And then they'd die.
They wouldn't exist.
They'd be like, I can't believe this is happening to me. This is the worst.
A minute ago, they were on their couch playing video games. They were sent into the past.
Yeah, this is just like that video game. I know. I hate this. Yeah, depressing stuff. Reality's kind of what it's all about.
Do you think that some people shouldn't exist?
No.
You're not going to get into that?
I wouldn't go so far as to say that.
How about this? Do you think more people shouldn't exist but randomly?
What do you mean? You talking Thanos? Wait, no, this is just like Thanos.
Yo, what did you just say? You're the guy. You're talking about yourself. No,
nice.
No, I'm just saying like maybe more people should die in accidents than they do because there's too many fucking people.
Nah, I think that's too utilitarian for me. Just rubs me the wrong way.
So are you like a go out into the stars kind of guy? Are you like a technologically advanced kind of guy?
I believe in souls, and I have a very strong opposition to anything that snuffs out or soils souls. I mean, I have a strong opposition to, I don't know, whatever cultural thing has people shoveling garbage into their mouths for their entire lives. It's a little vague. I'll admit what I'm talking about now, but I mean, I don't know. I can't get on board with the. It seems juvenile to me. The whole there's too many mouths to feed kind of thing. But at the same time, I don't really have a solution for feeding people. I mean, maybe we do have to go out into space, but I'm not going to be like, oh, we just landed on Mars, dude. I'm not going to hit up the Reddit threads when we make a landing, but I don't know, maybe that's what needs to happen.
Well, all right. How about this? You can either have freedom and privacy, or you can have security and you can have comfort. Those are like your two different options. Can't have both at the same time.
Obviously, freedom and privacy.
So you take freedom and
like
privacy.
a harder life. Yeah.
You take freedom and privacy, which means that you have to be somebody that takes care of yourself, right? Your own livelihood is in your own hands. So probably that means on an extreme, like the most extreme way, you're hunting for your own food.
Sure, yep.
But if you have 8 billion people in the world going out and hunting for their own food, it's just not going to be as efficient as factory farming. If nobody's incentivized to grow many animals, everyone's going to kill all the animals in the world, and everyone's going to die. It's also going to be incentivized to have children. People are going to have more children if there's...
Well, I mean, you don't get to the point of 8 billion people on the world by hunter-gathering.
No, but we've already gone in that direction. Now we're here. We're here now, and now we have to decide what we want to do. And either you go for the route that you just said, where we go lives in our own hands, which I think would only be possible if there's just less people and more resources. Right? And the only way that you can increase the amount of resources without it literally...
You're just talking like post-apocalypse.
That is pretty much what I'm talking about.
You bring this up every episode.
If you want that, but then there's the other side of it. There's security and there's comfort, right? Mm-hmm. So you go the technological route and you get AI to do more stuff for you. But that means that there has to be more rules because everybody has to act kind of the same way for the systems to work.
It's a matter of like where we are in the times. Like right now... Security and comfort, that's kind of the domineering attitude. The dominant like force.
That's always the goal.
It's what I don't know, I guess technology and industry kind of leans towards. And I think that if it's going really hard in that direction, it becomes anti-human somehow.
Yes.
And I want to like push against it. Not that I want to advocate for just total societal collapse. There's some balance point that maybe I'm not fit to pronounce exactly where it is, but for the current situation, I mean, I'm definitely leaning a lot more towards self-sufficiency, or at least sufficiency within the community that you keep.
I mean, that's a great idea. What I would love...
I mean, it's what I practice in my life.
I don't actually want post-apocalypse. Here's what would be the ideal. Is just city-states. Lots of unowned land that just exists that you can go out into, and then places where you can be in a society that can trade with other societies that exist. But I think really that it's like this land ownership and a desire to have land ownership. I guess the problem is resources, right? Like you need places to get trees and to build stuff, and you need to get quarries for your rock, and you need to get mines for your ores and all the stuff, and that exists in places that you have to go in and own, and that's the problem.
Yes.
But so then that again goes towards there's just too many fucking people. If there was just less people, you could just absorb less resources, and then the mines wouldn't have to be so big.
I think people generally could be using less resources, at least at this point.
Yeah, but people don't want to do that.
People, I mean, that's the thing about security and comfort, is that, I mean,
it's more stuff.
It's just more and more, it's gluttony.
Yes.
Is essentially what it is, and sloth, and kind of all the sins, actually.
Because it's like, I mean...
But, I mean, you just have to like, fight against it. For yourself.
But you can't.
And I'm just speaking for myself here.
I know you're speaking for yourself, but here's why you can't. Because the government provides security for your, like literal security from national threats. But there's also like your health. Like they regulate a lot of things that would affect your health. They regulate things that could be dangerous. They invest in healthcare. That's also kind of a privatized thing. And then on the private side, you have everybody trying to make you comfortable. That's the whole goal. I have to exist in the capital world in order to make money for stuff that I need to survive. But then on top of that, just like...
But then also, hey, I'm at Safeway. Maybe I want a couple...
But I couldn't... There's not like a good middle point where I can just like exist with the bare minimum and still exist in society. Because you need enough money to pay the dues.
I don't want to advocate for just bare minimum. I mean, you can enjoy things.
But if you want to enjoy things, then you have to be in the capitalist world, and then you have to make money. You have to sell your body to somebody to make money, and then you're going to end up in like a nice house and an apartment with all the stuff.
That's where you are. I mean, the idea is to build something that you can actually call your own. I think. I mean, that's at least what I'm aiming toward, and I think I'm well on the path to that. And that's kind of it's a creative endeavor as well. I mean, figuring out like your angle, what you can provide for the world. I mean, outside of if you're, I mean, if you reject the wagey thing where you just lock in on a company, and you go to school for computer science, and then you're just totally at the whim of a company, but you're afforded like ultimate safety and security, and that's just. And I don't want to cast too strong a judgment on anyone who falls into that or accepts that kind of thing. Just that's not my bag. I started picking up "That's Not My Bag" from Austin Powers, because he says, "Oh yes, that's not my bag, baby." I started saying that kind of against my own will. So maybe I should stop saying that.
No, I like it. I think that's good. I think
it's all right.
You just keep it, dude. You keep
it. Right.
Use it for a while, and then you throw it in the trash, find a new thing.
Then I bring it back in 7 years when it's cool.
Yeah, when it's cool again to say that thing.
CDs are cool again.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I think.
Oh yeah.
People are getting into CDs.
Yeah.
You didn't say what your dream car is.
I think that's stupid to have a dream car.
You think it's stupid to have a dream car?
Yeah.
Like the coolest car you could possibly own?
I can't. I always make up one. I mean, I always say it's like a 1973 Corvette. I think that's so cool with the little, like, the luggage rack. That's whatever. But I'm never going to buy that car because I don't really want it because it's not practical. I love my truck. That's a good car.
Truck is nice. Well, I mean, that's what you have to balance, right? Like,
yeah, I want something extremely practical, and the truck is perfect for me for what I do.
Nice.
So I like that. I want a truck. But it doesn't matter, really, the truck. I bet there's a lot of trucks out there that would work just as well as the truck that I have.
I want a truck, frankly.
Dude, I want like
a Ford Ranger.
Do you have $20,000?
No.
Okay, well, you can't buy a fucking truck.
Well, I might be able to save $4K for like a Ranger, like a 97 Ranger.
You get an old one,
that wouldn't
be terrible. Problems, and then you got to fix it, and then you put $15,000 into it.
I wouldn't put 15.
Maybe you get lucky. See, that's the thing. Either you go to a place.
I'm just gonna get lucky.
And you spend $20,000 and it's definitely gonna work, or you spend $5,000 on something off the marketplace and there's like a 25 to 45% chance that it's just gonna not work. I guess that would be a 35% chance.
Well, hey, my car's still working. I thought the head gasket was destroyed on it, but
that's $2,000. If it was, it would be $2,000.
Yeah, well, I mean, because that suspicion arose about 2 months ago. My car wouldn't be like running if that was actually the issue.
Sorry, the coolant would be all over the ground.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me. I blew my head gasket.
Damn.
I didn't tell the guy. Oh my god, I feel kind of bad about that.
What guy? Oh shit, you, Lemon?
No, I mean, the car's good. I got it fixed.
Okay.
But he asked me if there's ever been any problems, and I didn't know I was going to be renting from the guy, so I was just like, yeah, it's fine. It's good.
Well, as long as you didn't keep the maintenance record of it.
No, I mean, I don't know. They don't know.
Nice.
I'm in Las Vegas.
That guy, don't listen to this.
He's not.
Just don't bring it up.
He would never, ever, in a million years.
He wouldn't? He's not a podcast guy?
He wouldn't go on YouTube to look it up, and if he did, he wouldn't get more than 10 seconds in before he decided it wasn't for him. There's not even a...
Nice.
Maybe somebody else to prank me would listen to this, get to this part, figure out
calling him.
Figure out the landlord, and then try to call him.
So don't do that.
But that would be so weird.
Yo.
I think I could be like, that's crazy, dude.
Yo, you're mad weird if you actually do that.
I was listening to a podcast and he said that he put the head gasket on the car that he sold to you, and I wanted to let you know. Like,
that's kind of the thing about internet stuff is like you start thinking about this and you start thinking about, I don't know, like the CCRU and the techno capital singularity, and you start thinking about it and you're thinking about it all the time. You bring it to anyone who's like a 40-year-old who like does things in real life. They're like, you're a freak. What are you talking about? And I think that's good. I think it's probably best if like the common speak. That's actually difficult. I don't know if I want to commit to that, but it seems bad for like the common dialect or the common topic language game the thing for that to be like internet stuff and like referential. This is why I reject and I say Reddit as like a pejorative, because I think it leads to an unhealthy, freakish kind of way of socializing, I guess, or just thinking. And it gets in the way of like doing stuff in real life, which you should be doing.
You should be doing stuff in real life rather than doing
PSA, do stuff in real life.
But here's the thing. Counterpoint.
Please.
Dudes that are really good at video games are really good at programming. Like, is that fake life or is that real life? If you're going into a tournament and you win $100,000 for playing a video game, you can't be angry at that guy for playing video games for 8 hours a day. Like, that's what he does.
Sure, yeah. I mean, if you're,
just in the same way, like a painter might stay inside all day and just paint stuff and not even go outside.
True. And I mean, yeah, I've been on a balancing act between like recording music and creative like work, because the work of it, when you're creative and you have ideas all the time, you feel like the man, right? You're like, oh shit, this is such a good idea, man. I'm thinking of all this cool stuff right now. But then when it comes to the work, you become like, at least I become very inward and just inward and insular, and I'm just doing my own thing. And where was I going with that? What were you just saying?
What was I just saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Shit.
I don't remember anything I say. I just kind of say it and it comes out. It's
too
a good
much.
thing we're recording.
Too much weed in high school.
Too much weed right now.
Not me.
Yeah, not you, but me.
Strict tobacco.
And wine in
abuser.
A jug.
Jug wine.
Mug.
I could get jugs of liquor.
Maybe
I'll start distilling.
Can you put 3 X's on a jug and then
that sounds so fun.
Doesn't that sound so much?
It sounds awesome.
That sounds awesome. Bro.
Bring it to a jam. Start blowing it. Hell yeah! Drink some to make it lower.
Can you get like 3 of them and do like 3 at a time?
True, you totally can. You totally can. Damn, I was just watching this video. It's on YouTube, but it was like a TV thing in the 70s or 80s. This albino Brazilian guy, Hermeto Pascoal, and him and his boys were in a lagoon, and they were just blowing bottles and making a song, and he was playing the flute, and he'd play the flute, and he'd hold a note, and he'd dip the flute and his whole body into the water, and it would go, and he'd keep playing.
Yo,
it's very cool.
That's cool as fuck.
I'll send that to you. It's very, very good. It's good stuff. It's fantastical. Yeah, that guy's still alive.
Really?
Yeah, he's a legend. You can pay $200 to see him when he comes to town.
Wow.
He's like on that. He's kind of on that level.
I just spent $100 on Catan.
You got a Catan?
Yeah, I got the newest like base game Catan, and then I also got the Seafarers edition, like the expansion pack, and I spent $100 on it, and I'm poor. I don't know why I did that. You know why I did it? I'll tell you why. I got drunk.
Nice.
And I was like, I really wanted to fucking Catan. You want to come over and play Catan, dude?
Yeah, sure.
Hell yeah.
You want to organize a Catan night at your apartment?
Well, I guess it would be like probably Secret Hitler, because Catan, the only Catan I have is like 3 to 4 players, but we could do Secret Hitler. That's 5 players. We invite the band.
Okay.
Because on Friday night. Can we talk about this on the podcast? Is this boring for everybody?
That's on you, man.
That's honestly, on you? Fuck you, dude.
Honestly, okay, so an episode or 2 ago, we talked a lot about music. You had a lot of questions about music and just like getting good at music.
Yeah.
And I talked for a while about it. I listened back to it. It was extremely boring. But honestly, I think that's just fine.
No, it's great. People
I'm
are
gonna just go ahead.
It's boring
and not
to you
give a
because
shit.
you already know it.
Yeah, maybe. Or it's boring to everyone.
No, not necessarily.
We'll make it a straw poll. We're starting straw polls
Really?
now. Yeah.
That's good. We'll get like 3 people on the straw poll.
Yeah,
100% in one way.
They'll be definitive. There will be no questions. 3 votes
of 2. Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Yeah, we're doing a joke comparison.
Really?
Joke competition.
You write all the jokes. I mean,
well, you got to start writing jokes.
I don't have fucking time to do that.
It's not that
I
hard.
literally do carpentry and dishes all the time. That's all I fucking do. I'm making food and then
about
eating
jokes.
food and then cleaning up the food so I can go and I can do carpentry all day.
You're
That's
not-
all I fucking do.
Just think about jokes.
I'm
while
thinking
you're
about
working.
wood, man. I'm thinking about wood, and
You don't have to be locked in about wood.
I gotta be thinking. I gotta be thinking about wood all
time.
day, and I gotta be thinking
Fuck
about
off.
how long it is, and how wide it is, and how
Goddamn.
thick it is,
Well,
and where
what's
it
funny
goes,
about-
and
what's
if it's
funny about
level,
that?
and if it's straight, and if it's over here and over there, and I'm up
You
and
could
down the ladder.
definitely. You could write.
And
You
I
know
go,
so
bang!
much about this. You could write jokes about.
I could write jokes about.
Do like really esoteric carpentry jokes that like only people who are very well versed would
Do
get.
like if I get like a 3-minute stand-up bit, like stand-up act.
I mean,
about
you don't have to
carpentry.
get set to get.
Man, I tell you what, going
I'm
on the job site.
No.
When
You
I
don't
see
have
my
a-
supervisor there, I go to the porta potty for 45 minutes.
There you go.
I tell him, man.
There are guys who do like blue collar comedy shorts on YouTube, and that's their
Yeah.
whole side hustle. Yeah, like,
I know, it's pretty lame. I know, I hate those people. I want to punch them.
I've
in
seen
the
a
gut.
couple of them. They're pretty not funny.
Yeah, I hate it.
They're
It
just
makes me
supposed.
wanna
I guess the
die.
thing is just that they're like relatable. Like, oh, I have that job.
Yeah.
The foreman of the night talk.
It is so dumb when they do that.
But
Wow.
when you get told that the dig a hole.
I use a nail gun.
Yo, if you're blue collar, you are a fucking moron, dude.
Hey!
Wait,
Hey.
I'm blue collar, and that means
That's-
you're calling me a moron.
I'm
You
not,
motherfucker.
I'm not stupid. Right on.
Some of them are stupid, but there's stupid people everywhere, you know?
Damn right, man. Especially in the... Listen, we haven't even got to the white-collar pussies. Listen, man, if there's a reason the Marvel movies are so popular,
I'll tell you
it's
what, ain't
because
the
of
blue
you
collar.
wastes of labor, frankly. I mean,
Yeah.
wastes of economic...
Fucking.
It's just a waste of capital, frankly.
Yeah.
What do you do? Listen, if you're listening to this and you work in computers, what do you do?
You fucking tell them, man. You tell them all about
you don't
that,
do
dude.
Shit, dude.
Yes, yeah.
God damn.
God, fuck,
But
dude.
if there's one thing I
I'm gonna
don't
kill them.
like,
I'm gonna go into an office. and
You're
I'm
gonna kill them.
all those people.
shit,
Yeah.
you already got a bigger kill list than I do now. You're just every mid-level white collar.
Oh, what is that, like
It's millions.
25 million people? That's fine.
Millions.
Alright, well, I'll start today.
Yeah.
I'll couple cases of beer, a couple clips of ammunition.
We're talking blue collar uprising.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Man, if
hey,
it was the blue colors versus the white colors, who do you think would fucking win?
what are you talking about? I mean, well, in what context?
That's true. Well, does the military, do they count as
Like
blue collar or white
drone?
collar?
The military counts
Like
as
green collar?
they
They're
count
their own
as
thing, 'cause they would win. They know what they're doing.
The military is what they count as.
There's a lot of carpenters, though. Is there more carpenters than military?
Ooh, couldn't tell you.
Because if we
That's-
got like a 3
that's
to
a good
1, we
look
might have
up.
a good odds. Like if for every 2 carpenters that die, we still have 1 more to.
I mean, against like miniguns on jets, like getting strafed by
Well,
a
here's the deal.
modern jet,
You go into
getting drone strike.
the problem that okay, we went into the Middle East and we're like,
Uh-huh.
this will be easy. We'll go in here, kill all these folk, and then we'll get out. But then it took a really long time because it's really hard to distinguish between the people that are trying to kill you and the people that are just regular people.
Yep.
And also,
If you
since
make a
you're
mistake,
going
you make a
into
lot
their
more of the people
country
who try to
and
kill you.
killing them,
Uh-huh.
you kill somebody and then like 3 more people end
This
up joining the
terrorist
cause
map.
against you. So there's
Yeah.
like infinite people unless you want to kill everybody in the country.
True.
So it would be even harder if you're doing a civil war And you're like, man, we really can't kill everybody in the country. We got to make sure that the people that we're killing are people that are just trying to kill us. It'd be hard to know. So you couldn't just, like, nuke everybody, and you couldn't just minigun cities. You'd have to go in and try to kill people like the old-fashioned way, and then they'd shoot you in the face with a shotgun. And eventually, enough families would be destroyed and pulled apart, and the people in the military would be killing their own brothers and friends and
then you get
families.
1776.
And then it gets all turned around.
Second Amendment.
Yeah, brother, and then it gets all turned around, flipped upside down, brother.
Well, this is why we
It'd be
need
hard.
civilians
With guns.
into military technology. We need SIGINT, is what it's called. Signals intelligence, where you know how to hack into Wi-Fi towers and shit.
People know how to do that.
Yeah, people know how to do that.
People know how to do that.
Good civilians. Listen, man. If there's one thing this podcast loves more than blue-collar and white-collar workers, it is Second Amendment obsessed civilians who are entirely capable of cybersecurity and whatnot. If there's one thing this podcast despises more than blue-collar or white-collar workers, it is, say it with me, unemployed people.
You know what? I'll tell you this too. I mean, if you really wanted to, I bet you could
Be unemployed?
take a pipe and you could fill it up with some explosives and
Make a bomb.
strap it to a drone, and you could probably. I mean, that's pretty much what people are doing already. And you could do that, and it's pretty fucking effective. I mean, they're fighting the Russian government with pretty much that.
Yeah, I read an insane internet thing. The kind of thing that if you talked about to a normal person, they'd call you a freak. I read an essay about how it would behoove us to, while in this current moment where extremely dangerous chemicals and like cyber terrorism opportunities are there, it behooves us to just commit domestic terrorism to try to end the world as soon as possible. So if you're into that,
But I'm not going to do that. That's the problem.
I'm not going to do that.
Life is too comfortable here in America for me to even consider doing that. I like my.
I don't know. I have a pretty decent thing going myself.
Yeah, we were talking about. No, who's that guy? Luigi Mangione. That's the guy we were talking about.
Who's the most recent guy? I think I wrote his name down. I did not write his name down.
Well, his life was bad. Like, he seemingly could have had a good life, but then his life was destroyed by some kind of pain, right?
He had a thing going. I think he just lacked perspective. Like, he was a teacher.
Maybe he was a little crazy, struck down because of some medical thing, and then he blamed this person.
I'm gonna just stick with my guns.
Maybe he was already a little narcissistic
his whole life.
But it was a very specific reason. Like, I think revolution only. I think I was talking about this in the last episode, 2 episodes ago. It only happens if people are uncomfortable enough for the.
You said that it needs to be like a war zone.
It has to be
people to get off their asses.
The situation that you are just like living in has to be as bad or worse.
Yeah, it's gotta just be. It's gotta
for
just
you
be
to decide to turn your home into a war zone.
Well, I think the key. One amendment I would have to that statement you just made is that it would have to be perceived as being as bad as a war zone, because you see people who are doing it currently in a situation which is rather bad, but I wouldn't call like living in America necessarily a war zone. It's got significant bad stuff, but I think that it's this idea of you're thinking about all this stuff that's making you like a freak, and it's making you think that things are a hell of a lot worse than it is. And I don't want to quell any rebellious spirit. I think that's extremely important, an extremely important thing to hold on to. But just look at what you have right now. It's not objectively, people aren't living in a war zone in the U.S. Even like lower middle class people our age who are in a terrible economic position. I mean, if we're being honest, but it's not. We're not getting bombed, you know.
No, but like, okay, here's something in your mind.
Okay.
Right, you could like say, there's a I mean, if we go to war with this country, Iran, right?
Yes.
And there's
It would
probably make the economy stronger if we went to war. Like, I mean,
we did go to war.
I understand that we're in a war, but I mean, like, people start getting drafted, and we really start going.
You're talking like all the geopolitics bubbles up, and we have World War III.
We have a World War III,
which honestly isn't entirely unlikely.
It's not unlikely now. It's
frankly, it looks like it's going that direction.
And it would be Iran, and it would be China, and it would be Russia, and then it would be us, and it would be.
Well, hey, did you see
and
Trump
France
and Xi? They linked up. They linked up and they chilled together. Did you see this?
I
watched this live. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Xi said, "We are looking forward to increasing opportunities between the United States and China for further opportunities."
Because
it's nothing.
It's nothing.
They
and I'll
just
tell you
talked.
what. There's figureheads, right? There's Donald Trump and there's Xi Jinping. And
don't forget about Marco Rubio.
And that guy too. That guy's
gay
really
guy,
important.
Marco Rubio.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, he's out there doing.
I'm gonna kill him.
Gay, taking it in the ass.
I'm gonna kill him because he's gay.
Yo,
listen,
okay.
there's no two ways.
Look, here's what I was saying. All right, those guys, they're figureheads, but like in America, I know that the people that are really running the country it's not Donald Trump alone by himself.
No, of course not. It's the deep state, like Alex Jones said.
There's keys to power, even in a democracy.
Absolutely.
Right? And
democracy.
Those people are in the tech industries, and they're in the weapons industry. But the weapons industry make the tech industry so powerful because they're buying tech for war. I mean, the American economy is based on war.
They are twain.
Before.
Yes.
So it's like, I don't know what's happening in China. I know that they've become like mass producers of cheap crap. That's kind of how they're making all their money. But they're also investing in their military.
And I mean like hardware for AI.
Sure, just like which also goes into
computer age,
which is weird. It's like we have this real globalist economy that makes it really bad.
Listen, you're gonna get so many Chinese EVs. Listen, Trump and Xi, they linked up. You're gonna be able to get a Chinese EV now, an even better one.
Well, I mean, they just stop that when they go to war.
Well.
It's not a big deal. We make our own EVs.
Damn, what if we go to war but you still have access because the global economic system is so out of hand, you were at war with other countries but we can still like buy all their shit. They're still importing to us.
Not possible.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
That's such an important tool in making or breaking a war is like the
I'm gonna go ahead and say that that's what's gonna happen in World War III, and I'm not gonna put anything behind that.
You're gonna
that's
just say
my roll of the dice.
That's the best thing to do is to stop resources.
From going to the most effective tactic that we are currently employing against Iran. That's not gonna happen in World War III.
Oh,
that's my prediction. You can get back to me when I'm right. And I'm not going to argue for why it's correct. It's just what I believe.
I think at the beginning I was going to say that if we go to war and there's an economic collapse and people lose a bunch of money because they have a bunch of debt, student loan debt, car debt,
all the debt,
housing debt, all of the debt, and it all goes kaplooey. That everybody loses money. All the rich people lose money, so they start firing people, and then all the middle class people lose their money, and everybody becomes poor. And we're at war, and people are getting drafted in a war that they don't want to go to because they don't support it and they don't support the president. Maybe then there might be enough pressure on people.
It'll bubble.
Change in a short amount of time.
It'll start to boil.
I mean,
definitely.
That's physics, dude. change in
Yeah.
a short amount of time, that's where you feel the difference,
Definitely,
right? So if
definitely.
it's like you're living really good and then you're living really bad, even if it's not as bad as you could be living, if it happens in a short amount of time, it might push you into a place
Yeah, well, I
where
noticed
you're revolutionary.
I
But
noticed
don't think
gas
that's gonna
prices
happen.
increased by about $1 pretty recently.
That's been tough. Paying
Good.
$120 at the gas station does not feel good.
No,
It does
not at
not
all.
feel good, especially when I'm spending $100 on Catan sets. Like what?
They
See, this is
don't
what I'm talking about, though.
maybe
If
watch
I'm
it.
spending $100 on Catan sets, I'm not going to buy a gun and go to war with the government.
Thing
You know what I mean?
is, that's a choice, though. You can decide. That is a decision you can make.
I know, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I take it back. I shouldn't have done that. But I'm not sending it back. I'm gonna.
And I mean, hey, man, only Jesus knows whether you should do that kind of stuff or not. I can't tell you.
Is Jesus alive or dead?
He's
in heaven?
he's dead.
He's in heaven.
He's up there chilling on the right hand.
What do you think Jesus sounds like? Give me your best Jesus impression.
Oh, hey, guys. No, it's no problem. I'll take care of that.
No, it's all right.
No, don't feel... All right, well, listen, I accept your apology. No,
Like that? So just your voice.
Dude, it's totally chill.
Maybe he was like this. Maybe he was like,
Hey guys,
No, there's pretense to that. There's pretense to that. The thing
Maybe
about
it-
Jesus is that there's no pretense at all. He just accepts.
well, that's what, you hear this guy, right, okay, you're walking down the street, you're in, where are we? Jerusalem? Is that where he's hanging out?
He's in heaven.
I know, but like back in the day, dude, back in year zero.
In
he's
the
walking
back
around.
of the day.
He's walking around.
Nazareth?
Yeah.
That's where he was hanging out?
Nazareth? That's where he was at?
Yo,
He's
Christian
hanging around.
podcast, by the way. I know everything
Right, and
about
people
the
are
Bible.
walking around, and you hear a guy, right, and he's going, hey, you got
He
the
wouldn't-
fish, and
he
you
wouldn't
got
talk
bread,
like
and look
that.
at this, check this out, I got
He wouldn't talk
You go,
like
who is
that.
this moron? You go over there, you listen to
No.
him, and he'd keep going, he's like, oh, I got this water, I poured it here, it's
He
wine,
wasn't a
try it, it's
salesman.
wine."
He was the
All
realest
right, I'll tell
motherfucker
you what,
ever.
these Jews, they don't know what's going on.
Listen, man.
I would listen to that. I would go, what is this guy saying? This guy's saying some interesting stuff. And
He
if I was a
wasn't-
Roman
he wasn't
guard,
a showman.
I would stab him.
A lot of people didn't listen to him.
Well, yeah, probably
He
only
wasn't-
a few people.
Listen, only the people who were tapped in on some real shit were followers. It wasn't that big.
Okay,
till
what
it
about
was.
this, though? What if he talked like this?
Okay.
brothers and sisters. We're gathered here today to talk about the Lord.
That didn't exist.
No, but what if he talked like that? What if
What
that's
if
how
he
he
talked like that? What if, are you saying that, like, former, like, Southern black preachers are the closest to Christ as
I
humanity
think
has ever
probably
got?
that's how he was doing. You couldn't get if you.
Do you
were
think it
doing
was
regular
revealed to them?
White people like
Ah.
church, and it was all boring and lame.
You're
nobody's gonna
talking
listen to that.
Protestants. Let's
So
just
first of all, there'd
delineate
be
Protestants here.
Jesus had a choir behind him, and they were going like, "Love and Jesus,
I don't think he had a choir.
love and Jesus," and Jesus was going, "Sing now, brother. Now I tell you,
I think his choir was.
I was walking down the
was
streets of
angels.
Nazareth the other day, and I said,
there was too many lepers. Do you hear me, brothers and sisters? Too many lepers." That's how he did. That's the only way Jesus would have become popular is if he did exactly that, just like that.
You know what? I counterpoint,
Counterpoint.
if I may.
Yeah.
Maybe he actually tapped into the ultimate truth, and maybe that's why.
Did you seriously just say that right now?
Yes.
That was so fucking lame, dude. You're
I
gonna
don't
let
care.
people- Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna be
Oh
honest.
my God,
Listen, man,
bro.
the first episode we did together, I was a little self-conscious about it.
Really?
I got over myself.
Get over
genuinely,
yourself.
I don't care.
You don't
That's
care?
what I believe.
Dude, I'm gonna disagree with you. I'm gonna make fun of you. Can you handle that?
I absolutely
Look,
can.
I'm a little bit of an asshole, all right? But you're just gonna have to fucking
I'm a
handle
little
it,
bit
all right? Look, hey, I'm a little bit retarded.
Alex Jones, not sure what denomination that guy is. I'm pretty sure he says he's a Christian. So
I think he's probably Irish.
he's what denomination are you? Oh, Irish. Hell yeah. Does that mean Catholic?
Whoa, dude, that's a big question. Chill out, okay? Don't bring that up.
We'll leave that to the scholars.
Yeah, don't even bring that up. We're gonna get bombed, dude. If you don't want to get bombed,
get a nail bomb.
Don't ask.
No, that's the
Catholics.
Question. The Catholics are the homies with the nail bombs, right? That's the IRA, Boondock Saints. It's cool. Listen. Oh, you know what I was thinking?
Not touching that with the. I'll tell you what. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot stick.
The thing is,
yeah.
Irish people. There's only two. Did we talk about this already?
Irish people?
Well, that there's only Irish and Nordic is the only like white you're allowed to have pride with. Like I have Irish pride.
No, you're only allowed to not have pride in just being white. You can be you can be American. You can love being American. You can love being from Britain.
Mm-hmm.
You can love being born in well, my family was British for 150 years.
Is that like what are you allowed to like be all about that? Like I don't know.
Yes.
You have a connotation with the American people. It's like, oh, probably voted for Trump. That kind of thing.
No, dude. I mean, it depends on how you come.
I don't know.
across.
I'm gonna go hard on 4th of July anyway.
If you're like,
I fuck with 4th of July so heavy.
Look, if somebody came up to you, they're like, being black is the ultimate race, and everyone that's not black is less superior than me. You're gonna go, you're a fucking asshole. But if you go like, well, you know, like I'm
if a guy started like wearing the robes and shit and changed his name to a Muslim name, like black Israelites, I'm like, chill.
I don't know what that's all about. I've heard that's weird, but I don't know a lot about it.
You should spend more time in the city. They're around.
They're around in there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're like a rare chance encounter. Like homeless person is like a common like you'd color a homeless person's card with gray. But yeah. Black Israelites, at least in Seattle, they're probably more common in other places.
It's not even really like even related to. It's really weird, right? It's like its own totally own.
It's like fake lore. It's like you might as well be talking about D&D. It's it's like fake.
But that's Mormonism and Scientology.
Oh,
definitely.
And
on a certain level, Christianity and
Protestantism,
Islam and Buddhism. I mean, it's all just kind of like, well, this doesn't exist in a reality that we can prove, but you just have to have faith that it happened, and that's what gives you the ability to go to the magical place and be happy forever.
They did say that it happened.
What do you mean?
They make a pretty convincing case. What's the most common book? What's the book?
Yeah, the most common book that was used to control people for the longest time in history.
That's definitely true.
The Catholic Church was the most powerful thing in the entire world for hundreds of years.
This is true.
Kings would go to the Catholic Church for permission to do fucking anything because they were so goddamn important, and that book was a big deal. Like, the big reason why the printing press was such a big deal is you could just make the Bible and send it to a bunch of people and they all believe the same thing.
Control, though?
Of course.
Is it all just power and control?
Where it comes. That's why there's been different religions for a long time. There's always been religions because you pull people out of the woods and it stops being about you have to live and you have to live in a community to live. Because
religion has historically been able to essentially eat any other belief? The thing about Christianity is that it has been able to like subsume any, maybe not necessarily any, but plenty. I mean, this is the entire mission of like colonialism, is Christianity subsuming like pagan religions and just totally like converting the populace. I think the example I would show of this is like what's like you were just doing this. What's like the strongest cultural image of a Christian you can think of? like the strongest positive image.
Jesus.
It's a black preacher. Of course, Jesus is like the ultimate image.
That would be Jesus.
Let's pay our dues here. But as far as like the image of a Christian, you think of a black preacher and you're like, oh shit, yeah, I'm on board. And I think that is because of the slave. It's because of they were slaves. But who like adopts Christianity the most readily? It's the people who ended up subjugated by it. I know a lot of like Christianity is a big thing in the Native American circles. A lot of Native American people are like devout. And same thing with like Celtics.
Forced to be.
Definitely.
For a few hundred years, actually. We came here and we said, okay, we live here now, and now you're going to believe this because we have more stuff. We have more things than you that can kill you, and we're going to teach you how to be, and this is how you're going to be. We sent them to schools. We destroyed their tribes. We killed all of the things that they lived off of, and then we took over and we expanded our culture. And all of that power from that religion, it all came from the Catholic Church having a bunch of money because it was tied to a bunch of kingdoms. That's where it comes from. That's why it's so powerful today. In the same way that Islam is very powerful, there's a lot of money in it.
Well, the thing about Islam, though, is that they just kill everyone that isn't a Muslim.
Man, the Christians were doing the same fucking thing for hundreds of years. Now, that became less popular because the culture changed.
I mean, if you redefine genocide, then Christianity is doing the same thing. But, I would say that it's maybe a bit more like assimilation, especially in the case of like American minorities and the Celts. I mean, like, who are the? You think Irish? You think, oh shit, these guys are hardcore Catholics. I mean, the whole like Celtic thing is the. I don't know, the like Catholic Protestant split casts a shadow over like essentially the entirety of Celtic mythology, and like what you would call now the UK, the whole it lives subservient to Christianity.
So you think that, I just want to understand, that like
Yeah, hey, I'm figuring it out too.
Christianity is the ultimate religion. We figured it out. Jesus was right. Thank the Lord for Jesus. The Jews were
Hallelujah.
Right. The Jews were also right up until Jesus came around.
Yeah, for a while. Then they started hiding.
And then we nailed it. And now we're in the era where we can believe the thing that is real because somebody wrote a book about it.
That's kind of the
2,500 years after the start of civilization. Somebody wrote a book about it, and finally people are being saved.
Yeah, they kind of put it together for a while. The thing is, the difficulty of our time is Nietzsche. Nietzsche brought this up. This is like maybe the one point from Nietzsche that I can actually summarize. And he was the birth of postmodernism, which is how you're thinking now, the angle you're coming from right now, where like it's power and it's always been power, and that's what pulls the levers of everything. That's the idea that he put forward. But the idea that I want to summarize is what he talked about in the genealogy of morals. Now, he looked at morality, and in particular Christian morality, through a genealogical lens, which means he like studying the evolution of it, right? That's 10 p.m.
It's 10 p.m.
It's always a banger when it's 10 p.m. This was a good episode.
Yeah, sure.
I'll say. Anyway, Nietzsche's looking at morals, Christian morals, through a genealogical lens, which is looking at the evolution of them, right? Kind of a Darwinian kind of thing. And the point that Nietzsche made, at least what I was able to get, not gonna call myself the final authority on reading Nietzsche, but the point that got put across to me was that Christianity was a sort of inversion of power, essentially, and Christianity exists, according to him, as a constant inversion. The thing to remember is the meek shall inherit the world. And this, he traces this back to the beginning of Judeo-Christian religion. Like the Old Testament, I think it's Exodus, that is basically just a big story about the Jews migrating to different places and being oppressed there and then leaving. But they came out on top because God was on their side, because the meek shall inherit the world. And that's the mythology.
Okay, so...
And he traced that across all of history until... because, like, when Christ came around, the Romans, the Romans killed him, right? Who took over the Romans after he got killed? Jesus did. And you got the Holy Roman Empire. And from that, like, the Catholic Church, right? Which became, as you said, the most powerful entity in the world. That's an example of the meek inheriting the world.
No, it's
and then
not.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so at all. Because if the meek inherited the world, then the rich and powerful took that as an opportunity to turn it into something that could make them a bunch of money. And
you know what happened with the Catholic Church,
you had
though?
a bunch of awful popes that were corrupt and terrible people.
Terrible torture, and everything. You know who came around, though? Martin Luther.
And then he started...
Bam!
Yeah, and then
split.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's what
Fucking
happens.
America doesn't happen without this kind of
people
thing.
try to control people, and then the culture changes, and they don't have any control over it.
And
then they follow the culture. And then they followed the Protestant church, and now you have mega churches in America that are the same fucking thing. They're billionaires that don't pay any taxes. It's like, come on, man.
This is the thing. This is the
same circle.
This is the scary thing. Well, it splintered off into an anti-Christian. It splintered off into anti-Christianity, and this is like a Jung thing, and his whole thing. He had plenty of things, but one of his things was that things tend to turn into the opposites of themselves. And so if you follow the evolution of like Christian morality and you bring it from like the Old Testament to Christ, to the Holy Roman Empire, to the Catholic Protestant split, to eventually, America forming, because England had such a tight grip on the colony that they had to break free into slaves, into eventually people kind of figuring out the deal, and eventually just splitting off into like atheism. Like, how many stories have you heard of I have religious trauma because my parents were Christian and I'm gay, or something along those lines.
I also know a lot of people that were literally molested in churches. by
Yeah,
priests.
I mean, that's the
That's
worst thing
worst
imaginable.
thing imaginable.
That's a complete betrayal
And it's
of everything that's
completely.
good.
It's just like there's pedophiles everywhere randomly, and some of them are in the church.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as if the people that believe in that stuff are, are
appreciate
like just
it.
people, are just human beings, and some of them are evil.
That's
just like the rest of the population.
That's the thing, man.
In the
like,
same
what
way
do you
that
do
some
about
people are
evil
Christian,
in
and
reality?
some people are Jewish, and some people are Buddhist, some people are evil, and some people are not, and they exist randomly in all of the... So it's like, what are we even talking about? We're saying one is better than the other, or one is more true than the other. I mean, you're saying it yourself. Like, there's all these different sects of this stuff that you could follow. Really, Judaism and Islam and Christianity, they're all from really... They all believe in the same God, but they believe in different prophets and children of God. They have different stories for them.
Well, I mean, it's
like,
a completely different
really, which branch do you
story.
choose? I mean, I think the only reason that you would even consider Christianity as your religion is because you live in a country where that is the main religion. If you lived
I think
in
you're
Saudi
underplaying.
Arabia,
I think you're
Muslim.
underplaying what you just said, and
Really?
I agree with that as well. But the thing is, like, why would I choose anything else? I mean, how heavy is it to say that you come from Christians? I mean, that's talking about, like, to the beginning, tracing a lineage back to, like, the beginning of the written word. I mean, that's fucking intense, man. I mean, who am I to say anything else other than, like, where I'm from?
Do you think that the Muslims that were born in primarily Muslim states, do you think that they are just as justified believing in Islam as you are believing in Christianity because of where they're from?
I mean, they can believe that.
But you don't believe that they're right.
Yeah, no.
That's what I have a problem with. Because also, if you're born in India, then you're Hindu, and you're on a completely different thing. And
I
that's
mean,
just
or you're Muslim.
Or you're Muslim. There's also
they have a big problem right now.
There's also some
because they have two very incompatible religions,
but
which won't
there's
subsume
a lot of
either.
Buddhists there too, and they believe a completely different thing because they were cut off from that section of the world.
Man, whichever one wins won't be able to exist peacefully with the others.
Isn't it funny how all the religions are kind of next to each other? Where it's not like just randomly people choose a religion and then step into that, and it's like there's...
Well, in America, you do get to choose.
But mostly it's Christians.
That's true.
Is that proving your point? You get to choose, and it's mostly Christians, and then you go to...
I mean, I'm not going for
people
any...
are going to choose what they choose,
here.
and people choose what's around them. I'm atheist because my parents were atheists when I was growing up. I'm willing to accept that.
Okay.
That's why that's in my core, is because that's how I was raised. You know? And
okay.
I mean, you can definitely change your opinion. I know people change their opinion about stuff and they believe different things, but I believe that happens because things happen in their lives and they just change their opinion about it. I think it's very comfortable.
I mean, I've changed my opinion plenty of times.
Sure.
So have I. Totally agree with you.
So have I.
And I mean, I'm not... and I mean, the last thing I want to do is, like, evangelize. Because in my estimation... I mean, that's caused a lot of harm. I think you'd agree with me. And I mean, I just want to live my life well. And you have two 10 p.m. alarms? You snoozed it?
Yeah, I didn't know I snoozed it. That's
well, anyway, I have faith. Is the point that
I do not
making.
have faith.
I'm not even sure if I'm
godless.
making a point, man. I'm just saying that. Just based on what I've gone through. I can't read my topics anymore because this lantern keeps going out.
Yeah.
There was an episode where I didn't have to move it at all.
Yeah,
and it just burned for like an hour and a half. It was crazy.
You know, I bet if the Chinese manufacturers of that lamp were Christian, they would have made it right.
I bet
they
that
just would love humanity.
I
more.
bet that if I got a lantern from the United States, it would be much better than the one that I have
Depends
right now.
on where you get it from.
That's also true.
Is it okay if we cut this episode short so I don't fall asleep as I go home?
Yeah, totally.
Right. I want to say shout out to the Chinese.
Shout out to the Chinese.
Shout out to the
You guys
Iranians.
are doing very well.
Shout out to the Russians.
Russians? Good
Yeah.
luck, Russians.
Yeah, dude, they're... Oh, fuck.
We have a new thing. That was the wrong button.
Oh, okay.